This might be a rhetorical question, but do you want to build serious strength and muscle mass in the most time-efficient way possible? If so, join me on today's Quick Wits as I explain why compound lifts should be the foundation of your strength training program and how to prioritize them for maximum results. Welcome to the Wits and Weights podcast. I'm your host, Philip Pape, and this twice-a-week podcast is dedicated to helping you achieve physical self-mastery by getting stronger, optimizing your nutrition, and upgrading your body composition. We'll uncover science-backed strategies for movement, metabolism, muscle, and mindset with a skeptical eye on the fitness industry so you can look and feel your absolute best. Let's dive right in. Welcome to another Quick Wits, your source for actionable insights on optimizing everything, especially your strength, physique, and performance in the gym. Now, today we're talking about the importance of compound lifts and why they should be the foundation of your strength training routine, at least for most people, especially those listening who are just getting started. Maybe they've been training for less than a year or two, or even early intermediates to beyond. And I still use compound lifts just about every single training session, if not every training session, as a more advanced trainee. Now, if you're new to the world of lifting, you might be wondering, what is he talking about? What is a compound lift and why does it matter? And simply put, a compound lift is any exercise that involves multiple joints and muscle groups working together in a coordinated fashion. Compound meaning multiple, and this is using your body more as a system with a movement pattern. Think about squats, deadlifts, bench presses, overhead presses, rows, and then all of the variants of those. These movements are the bread and butter of any effective strength training program. And I say strength training, but it still carries over into hypertrophy as well. And there's a good reason that all the best lifters and any great program will have these in them. The first thing is that compound lifts allow you to move the most weight and stimulate the greatest amount of muscle mass in the shortest amount of time. I mean, that's awesome. You have your cake and eat it too. You lift a lot and you use as much muscle mass as possible, and it doesn't take much time because you are engaging multiple muscle groups simultaneously in a very natural way that we're designed to move, and you're able to then generate more force and overload your muscles more effectively than you could with isolation exercises that target just one muscle at a time. And that's why you're going to see experienced lifters and bodybuilders still prioritizing compound movements in their training. They may not say flat bench all the time, maybe they incline bench, but it's still compound lifts. They understand that these give them the biggest bang for their buck when it comes to overall strength and size. But there are benefits of compound lifts that go beyond efficiency, and I think that one of those is what I'll call the functional carryover. And I don't mean this in the, functional training, functional strength, although I think a lot of people who've started to use that term take it from this context. What I mean is, when you're picking a box off the ground, that's a deadlift, basically. When you're pushing a heavy door open, you're using the same muscles you would use in a bench press. So just functionally in everyday life, you use these movements. And so by training them in the gym, you're not just building raw strength, but you're also developing all the things that we think we need lots of other forms of exercise for: coordination, stability, mobility, motor control, right? A lot of that comes directly from simply going through these movement patterns and loading them up. Recovery from injury, you load it up. You give the challenge to your muscles and skeletal system and they will respond. Right? And then you can be more safe and effective in the real world and be able to be strong and functional till far into old age, till the day you die, effectively. So in your own routine, what this means is that if you're not currently prioritizing compound lifts or even have them in there, get them in there. Like, begin your workouts with the big multi-joint movements, variants of the squat, the deadlift, pressing rows, things like that. And then use accessories or isolation exercises like bicep curls, leg extensions, leg presses, all of that fun stuff, pull downs and machine rows and whatnot, to target more specific muscle groups and address, weaknesses, imbalances, asymmetries. And you're going to use the same principles we talk about, progressively increasing weight or reps on these lifts over time, maintaining proper form and technique throughout each set, right? The key here at the end of the day is that you're consistent and you train hard, right? You're progressing and you're training, always training hard, not just going through the motions or chasing a pump or soreness or whatever. Now, this doesn't mean that you should neglect warming up the lift, right? And doing things for you if you individually have mobility or tightness issues, and making sure that you can get into the lift at the right load safely, and then you recover, right? You don't want to overdo it with these lifts. But if they're the foundation of your strength training, you are going to have some long-term success. They'll teach you how to be a good lifter, how to really focus and execute during your training session, and learn the skill of lifting over time. So next time you go to the gym, next time you prep to go to the gym, I should say, and you're looking at your workouts, your workout plan, ask yourself, am I prioritizing compound lifts? Which, of course, all of my programs in the Physique University have a strong emphasis on compound lifts, but then they have other fun stuff in there depending on your physique goals. Also ask yourself, am I challenging myself to progress on these movements over time? And it could be as simple as, hey, I did 3 sets of 5 last time at 135 pounds. Now I'm going to do 3 sets of 5 at 140 pounds. Or I did, in my 8 to 12 rep range attempt, I got 9 reps. I'm going to keep the weight the same this week, but I'm going to try to get 10 or 11. It's as simple as that. And then you're going to build that strong, capable, resilient body that I know you deserve and that you're listening to the show to get. So until next time, keep pushing yourself under the bar. Trust the process. Never stop striving for your best. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Quick Wits, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Wits and Weights. If you found value in today's episode and know someone else who's looking to level up their wits or weights, please take a moment to share this episode with them. And make sure to hit the follow button in your podcast platform right now to catch the next episode. Until then, stay strong. Hey, before you go, I want to let you know about a free resource I have. They are free guides on everything from fat loss to eating out to building muscle to managing hunger to figuring out the best macros for you and more, being added all the time. You want to get the most out of these podcasts and your time to look and feel your best, and these free guides will give you a quick and easy way to know what to do. If you want to get your hands on these completely free guides, you can head over to witsandweights.com/free. That's witsandweights.com/free to get your free guides and level up your results today.